What was your first impression of Jokic? You first met him.
So Jokic, when I first met him, he was fat. Like he's skinnier now. So I'm like, wait. And then I remember the first time I met him, he came to the gym when I first got to Denver. He came and rebound for me for a little bit. I was like, oh, he's a good guy. But I didn't really know too much about him because I didn't ever watch the Nuggets. And he was good. He wasn't as good as he is now. And then we end up going to training camp, and I'm watching him play, and he's doing all right. But like Mason Plumlee was doing just as good as Joker. And I'm like, wait, so why does Joker start over Mason Plumlee? And then I remember my teammates just saying, like, no, like when he wants to, he could score 40 a night. If he didn't just pass and he just wanted to score, I was like, no way, bro. They were like, wait till the season starts. And so I waited, and like I've never seen anything like him. Just the way it's just weird. Like he's just a weird dude. He'll just before the game, he's on his little phone playing games. You know, I think he's starting to take his health more serious. But like before that, I heard after the season, he just goes back, drinks beer, rides horses, and then tries to get in shape a couple weeks before the season starts. Like he's just naturally and like amazing. I don't know.
JJ, does that sound like somebody you know?
I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, man. Fuck you, Tommy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I have seen, by the way, the Nuggets are putting out some amazing Jokic hype video workouts. The dude looks in shape. He's gonna have another big season.
Wait, Mike, do you know? Have you interacted with his brothers?
Man, his brothers are like mobsters, bro. Like they're so different than him. Like he got some, but they really like they'll come out on the court and try to fight like almost every other game. And they're like, I guess they're a big deal back in Serbia, but they're just like they're so different than Joker. But they take care of him. They're cool guys.
I have a sort of question, like in terms of how you would sort of describe him, like as a guy, as like a teammate, because you know, as good as he is, right? MVP, all that stuff, like as good as he is, like there seems to be this shroud of mystery about his personality. Like he'll provide some unintentional comedy, he'll provide some funny quips in interviews, but what is he like as a teammate?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's one of those leaders who doesn't necessarily lead by being vocal all the time. He's just going to lead more by example. And he's starting to take that more serious. I think before he was just a star without necessarily really wanting to be a star. Now he's like, okay, I know how good I am. I know I'm the MVP. Let me help bring these dudes along with me. So the most that I get from Joker is like his consistency, taking care of his body, being in the training room. He's available every game. He has his small circle that he sticks to, his brothers. But I mean, as far as personality, I mean, the dude is he's like, we have some deep conversations sometimes, and I respect his mentality so much because he's more just like, almost like Giannis, just like take it day by day, game by game. Even if I have a bad game, I'm going to be the same dude. I really don't care that much. If I have a great game, I'm not going to get arrogant. Like I'm going to be the same dude. Like, so that's what I respect about Joker the most, because he doesn't even view himself as like a superstar.
Have you been on the court? We talk about this with Luka a lot, and then Giannis as well, when we just had Drew on, where like sometimes they'll make plays that every other NBA player on the court is like, what the fuck just happened? Like Luka does it like every 5 games. He'll hit some shot, and everyone's like, I can't believe he just hit that. Has there ever been like a pass or anything like that where you're like, yo, I can't believe that this dude just did that?
It's more like as the game goes on and it's down the wire, how he just doesn't change. His emotion doesn't change. He'll hit a buzzer beater. He really doesn't care. Like he never is sped up. Everything is just his game. Like that's the most impressive thing about him. He'll make a buzzer beater or a big shot down the stretch, and it's just like it was the first quarter. You know what I mean? He doesn't really feel pressure. I feel like.
Do you feel any? I guess pressure would be the word, but do you feel any pressure? Do you feel any of that in terms of being the third star in Denver? Obviously, the team has built a championship contender. Jamal and Jokic have established themselves as stars, and with your second year here, you're certainly making a case to be a star. But do you feel that pressure to be that third guy? Not necessarily in the pecking order, but just in terms of like forming a big three in Denver.
I mean, more for me is like no one has higher expectations for me than me. So like I said, even with a little bit of success or whatever, I don't view myself as close to where I want to be. So like that helps me never get too high or too low. But I mean, really, we're trying to hold it down until Jamal gets back. You know what I mean? We have a really good team. Just re-signed Aaron Gordon today. We got a squad. And when Jamal comes back, you know, giving me a whole season to kind of, you know, figure it out even more. I just feel like we're going to be really tough to beat for a long time. But no, I don't think it's pressure to be the third star. I mean, I know people make a big deal out of that. I just try to go out there and be Mike and just get better year to year and improve on the things I got to improve on.